Welcome to Gain Explains. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to level up your writing by adding extra detail. We'll turn simple, boring sentences into complex, more interesting ones. We'll do this using relative clauses. But what exactly are they, and how do we use them? Let's find out. A relative clause gives us extra information about a noun. It usually starts with one of these magic words. They are called relative pronouns. Let's watch them in action. Here's a simple sentence. James found a box in the attic. It's a bit boring at the moment, as it doesn't give us much information. We can make it more interesting by adding a relative clause. The sentence contains three nouns: James, box, and attic. Let's choose a relative pronoun to help us add some extra detail about one of these nouns. How about the box? James found a box in the attic that was filled with old coins. We now know a little more about the box. Here's the relative pronoun, and this part is known as the relative clause. Instead of adding something about the box, we could add something about the attic. James found a box in the attic, where cobwebs hung from every corner. This allows the reader to imagine the setting better. The attic. Here's the relative pronoun, and this part is the relative clause. If, instead of describing the setting in more detail, we want to give more information about our character, we could use a relative clause to help explain a little more about James. James, who loved collecting old things, found a box in the attic. This time, instead of adding the relative clause onto the end of our sentence, we've slotted it into the middle of the sentence. When we do this, it's called an embedded clause. And this is usually surrounded by commas. Let's look at some more examples. It had been an unsuccessful day for the archaeologist, who began to think they were searching in the wrong place. The bull, which looked angry, stared at me. The water tumbled into a ravine that was hidden beneath a thick canopy of trees. Sam, whose ambition was to see an orca, paddled along the coastline. The old lion yawned beneath the tree, where the rest of the pride lay hidden. Today was the day when Aldrich and his family would fight back. So there you go. You now have an easy way to stretch out your sentences using relative clauses. Next time you write something short and simple, ask yourself, can I add a little extra detail with one of these relative pronouns? Thanks for watching. If you found this tutorial useful, please help my YouTube channel to grow by liking and subscribing. And if you leave a comment, I promise to reply.